Today's program with the Burma story. It may not have much practical impact, but the UN has adopted a statement deploring Burma's crackdown on pro-democracy protesters. Finally, the agreement came today after China changed its position on the violence of a couple of weeks ago. The story from the CBC's Neil MacDonald.
World opinion seems to have little effect on Burma's dictators. Surreptitiously shot video like these Al Jazeera pictures surface sporadically, and smuggled testimonies from the regime's prison describe a continuing campaign of physical and psychological terror against the country's Buddhist monks and their supporters. So far, the UN's response has been tepid. Now, though, 2 weeks after the crackdown began, the UN Security Council has found its voice.
The Security Council strongly deplores the use of violence against peaceful demonstrations in Myanmar.
The Council also called for the release of all political prisoners and even put it all in writing. But no mention of action or sanctions or any means of enforcing today's demands.
Ultimately, this doesn't force anybody to do anything.
It was China that worked hardest to water down the statement, and China has good reason. Burma's rich natural resources, which China, at the moment, has all to itself.
If Burma opens up and becomes democratic, all of a sudden China is going to need to compete with Canada, the United States, the European Union, and the rest of the world for investment in the country, and I think that is something they'd like to avoid.
Still, the United States declared today that generals in Burma had better comply with the Council's demands.
Otherwise, in 2 weeks or so, we'll be back. We will not forget, we will not relent, we will persist.
The Burmese representative did not speak, perhaps because the generals have already achieved their goal. The reform movement is clearly crushed, and smuggled pictures show monasteries emptied of monks. And China, the greatest patron of the generals, clearly considers the matter closed.
The issue of Myanmar is really up to the Myanmar government and Myanmar people to resolve the issue. We wish the Myanmar people good luck. Thank you.
The people of Myanmar will need more than luck, though. China is the only country with the power to change their lives for the better. But China continues to sponsor some of the most abusive regimes in the world. And where democracy movements are concerned, China is pitiless. Neil MacDonald, CBC News, Washington.